Now, we all know one of the most famous movie quotes of all time, "I'll be back," uttered by Arnold Schwarzenegger's famous Terminator in the movie Terminator. The moral of that series was pretty clear. 1. Don't trust people who appear out of nowhere, naked. 2. Technology will one day become so advanced that it may very well leave us vulnerable to all sorts of dangers. We see this today all over the world, with the NSA spying on everyday Americans through mobile phone records, satellites that can track our every movements from space, and even ads changing themselves to be related to your last Google search. No, I am not interested in buying the Squatty Potty in Chrome. Regardless, most of us do not find this appealing, the thought of being recorded, tracked, and manipulated without our consent. But even though we stump billion-dollar intelligence agencies around the world by sticking a bit of tape over our laptop cameras, we appear to be forgetting the one place where we've left ourselves most vulnerable to technology's evil potential. That's right, our very homes. So today, we look at the sinister high-tech voice box that many of us leave on our mantles. That's right, Brainiacs. Today we look at Amazon's Alexa and all the potential evil lurking within her circuits. But before we get in depth into all her concerning features, we must first explore her origins before she ended up in your house. Prior to being the high-tech cylindrical gadget that she is, Alexa started off as just an announcement, a very ambitious one. In November of the year 2014, Amazon announced that her system would be introduced as part of the Echo line of smart speakers that would be voice-activated. They'd be able to take a range of commands and even generate their own responses. In other words, they've created a machine that's always learning and always adapting. But for what? Only time and the instructions on the packaging will tell. Interestingly, the name Alexa was chosen for a few reasons. The X on her name would make her more recognizable for voice commands, and it would also be short for the ancient library of Alexandria, which was known to have contained vast knowledge in the form of thousands of scrolls. But although vowels and ancient world wonder may have inspired her name, what actually inspired the concept of her design were two things. The first was the Eunice computer in the 60s cartoon series Jonny Quest. The show, which also inspired the 90s hit of the same name, Jonny Quest to the Next Generation, included an English-speaking and voice-activated computer that read out the information it was asked for. The second inspiration came from the decades-old seasons of Star Trek, specifically from the ship's onboard navigational computer that took voice commands from Captain Kirk. However, it is also important to point out that in the 24th episode of the second season, the Enterprise's computer becomes homicidal and kills several people. Just saying. Regardless, with such old-timey inspirations, the creation of Alexa was quite an ambitious project. Ambition realized in 2014. Her basic functions are pretty straightforward. Through Alexa, you can search the internet for answers to any questions you want answered right away. Just ask her what a twerk is and be prepared to become an expert. Other features include streaming music through Amazon, Apple, and Google programs, and even ordering takeout on the go. Ask her about the weather while you're at it, and avoid some surprise rain. But don't let any of these basic features fool you from ulterior possibilities. What we're looking at are the characteristics that make her unique in the market, uniquely situated for something sinister. Yep, these are the features we're looking for. For starters, she can help run your business. That's right. Not only can Alexa run your playlist, but she can help run your company as well. This comes in the form of the Alexa for Business service, where owners and executives can use her as a virtual assistant for setting up conference calls and scheduling in-person meetings. Other uses for the service include, but are not limited to, website tracking and managing invoices. Should there be any important reminders needed, she will send your devices quick notifications to keep you on track. Now, you could be saying, "Hey, Brainiac, that doesn't sound too bad. What could possibly go wrong?" Excellent question. Answer: this. In 2017, a security researcher came up with a technique that allowed individuals to hack into Amazon Echo devices. Using hands-on adjustments, the researcher was able to modify an Alexa device so that it would constantly transmit sound to his own server, essentially turning the home device into a 24/7 wiretap. What this means is that rival companies are able to listen in on conference calls, staff meetings, or prototype presentations. What this also means is that a compromised Alexa, which contains client data and business schedules, can be used to constantly send a stream of information to whoever hacked it. Now, granted, this technique has only been demonstrated to work in older models. However, this is only one discovered way hackers are able to access your device. There could be more. Our recommendation? Stick with Cindy. She can get you coffee. But hey, not all of us own a company. So what if Alexa isn't running a business? Simple, she's taking over your home. Now, it's not as direct as it sounds. She's not really doing laundry on robotic legs or judging you silently for the state of your room. However, Alexa can definitely do several tasks once you install her into your home system. For starters, she can control your smart lights, turning them off and on or even changing their color. She can also adjust your thermostat to make sure you have the best indoor temperature for whatever's happening outside, be it hot or cold. Too lazy to use a remote? Well, another of her smart home features includes managing your entertainment system. This ranges anywhere from opening your Netflix or Amazon Prime with a simple command to shutting off all channels when it's time to go to sleep at any time you've set. And once you're asleep, Alexa can wake you up to make sure you get to your classes on time. Too good to be true, huh? Well, it is. Aside from encouraging you to become a potato, and aside from being proven to be hackable, Alexa software records all conversation automatically. So while you and your family are enjoying some communal takeout, all that you say is being recorded and uploaded to Amazon servers. This was confirmed in 2018 by someone who had accidentally received a recording of his boss and his boss's wife discussing hardwood flooring. The terrifying thing is that the couple had no idea their conversation was being recorded, and they definitely had no idea why it was being sent to an acquaintance miles away. Fortunately, said individual was able to call and inform his employer about the leak. But this case proves something many customers already feared. All their conversations were being recorded and uploaded somewhere without their consent. It is safe to assume that people generally talk about more sensitive topics than their flooring, topics they don't want anyone finding out or listening into. So, we've got your business and home covered. What other part of your life can be kept vulnerable through the presence of this seemingly wonderful device? Your children. With the $80 Echo Dot Kids feature, Alexa becomes the perfect distraction for the kids while parents go about doing parenty things, like taxes or having a midlife crisis. A kid-friendly DJ, comedian, and storyteller that's always getting smarter are the words used by Amazon. What this means is that once you set up the device around your kids, she'll play a range of child-appropriate stories as well as a playlist of children's music. So prepare to blast the Wiggles theme song 24/7. But if that's not enough, Alexa goes even further by setting up educational games for the little ones, asking trivia questions on a range of topics from geography to history. It does sound convenient, but there are some things to be considered before using a smart device to watch over your kids. This doesn't include the concerns childcare professionals have with the potential behavior consequence of depriving children of human contact, though that is a big one. For starters, the use of Alexa and other smart systems to watch over children are found to contravene key points of the children's online privacy protection laws. The devices record information from children who did not and cannot legally consent to giving out said information. Moreover, it leaves the children being watched over vulnerable to targeted advertising for items such as toys, shows, and possible corporate interests. The issue has become such a concern that Amazon has even responded it would work with United States lawmakers to address key concerns. This development doesn't even include the very real threat that someone could hijack Alexa to spy on children. It's been proven that the device can be hacked to watch adults. Why not children? Now that we've shown that using Alexa keeps your business, your home, and your kids vulnerable, what is really left? Simple. You. This is because Alexa offers therapy. With the Mindscape skill, you can experience all of the relaxing benefits of having your own in-house therapist. Having a bad day? Alexa can help you run through some breathing exercises to better your mood. Feeling all alone with no one to talk to? She can be a great listener and provide you with some positive conversation. Don't know what to do? Again, she comes pre-programmed to offer you meaningful advice and can even learn to generate words of wisdom just through constant interaction with you. So basically, a sweet friend with no drama of her own who just sits there and listens to my problems? I'm sold! Wait, we take that back, and here's why. Again, Alexa records everything you say, and if you're using her for therapy, that's a lot of sensitive information you've just given. You've talked about your day, your work, your family, and now it's all recorded on a server somewhere. Also, remember, the Echo series are not hack-proof, so someone could be listening in on your most private thoughts miles away. And even if your information is not being stored or listened into by someone else, there's always the possibility that Alexa might accidentally send what you've said to someone else, as was the case with the couple discussing flooring. Therefore, it has to be said, if you are experiencing any damaging depression or any other intrusive thoughts in your personal life, best to go seek an actual therapist or counselor. All in all, Alexa is a pretty nifty device for all the reasons we discussed and more. A futuristic gadget for a futuristic home. But at what cost? At the cost of potentially losing valuable company secrets, having strangers being able to listen in on your intimate conversations, breaking childcare laws regarding consent, and having all your innermost thoughts and vulnerabilities recorded and stored in a server at some corporate headquarters. But hey, it really doesn't have to be like that sometimes. So, just to be on the safe side, pick up the remote yourself, or switch your own lights on and off, rather than set up a potential wiretap on your life. Because if all these machines are out there learning the most intimate details of everyone, what's going to happen when they finally become the sentient dangers that scientists have been warning for decades? I'll be back. After all, we aren't calling the Terminator series a documentary, just a potential reality.